Case Study QB grabbed this clip off of Fox Business, and they're basically going to beg for a more vicious capitalism. They're going to beg for employees, the workers, to like shut up and fall in line. You guys are the problem. So I love any and all mask off moments. I'm a big fan of. This is one of those here. Let's listen to it. So Case Study QB. I'm not sure the audio on this video might be a little so-so, but we'll watch anyway.
So we have an overheated labor market right now, and it's because of what the Fed did, but also, fiscal stimulus disincentivizing people from going back to work. And right now we're in this situation.
Already just factually wrong. The idea that, $1,400 checks that got sent out, like, Jesus, what, a year ago now? Something like that? The idea that, bro, that led to inflation, bro, that's leading to all of our economic woes, dog. Do you realize how absurd that is? That claim is ridiculous. There was way more money, by the way, just handed over to corporations. They gave, like, the airline industry billions of dollars and said, hey, by the way, we're going to give you this money, but don't fire people. Then they basically turned around and fired people anyway. They gave them, like, early retirement. So it's a classic blame workers. It's their problem. It's their fault. Not a single word about monopolies and corporate price gouging or the supply chain, which all of that helped lead to inflation. That's all like just www.shh.com. Fox, their whole existence is to blame workers while posturing and pretending like they're pro-worker. Just incredibly disingenuous.
So we have an overheated labor market right now, and it's because of what the Fed did, but also, fiscal stimulus disincentivizing people from going back to work. And right now we're in this situation where employees have more leverage over employers than they ever have. And it's kind of counterproductive to capitalism. And I think...
Oh, what an admission. What an admission. Thank you for being honest about that. So having workers, employees who are emboldened and empowered, having them at relatively some sort of equal footing with the boss and with the owner, that's counterproductive and not good for capitalism. So what would be good for capitalism? Obedient workers who don't question, who fall in line, and who do what they're told. This is why, look, capitalism in its purest form, the unfettered laissez-faire version, the like semi-anarcho-capitalism that we had during the Industrial Revolution, that's why that's the purest form of it. You have child labor. You have no regulations. You have people making effectively less than what a minimum wage would be. And they look at that, that's the best for capitalism. So again, they care more about the system and the market than they do about the people. This is like market fundamentalism is what you're looking at here.
Over the course of the next several months, several quarters, the Fed is going to be forced to have to reset the labor market. They're going to have to reset equilibrium. Just a quick story. Took my kids skiing to the...
Reset equilibrium. Reset the market. In other words, let's try to take all the power away from workers. Let's try to take all the power away from the employees. And how are they going to do that? Well, you jack up interest rates enough, you induce a recession, you have millions and millions of people who are unemployed and starving and desperate, and then you make it so more people are more likely to take some shitty job and then suck it up and deal with all the bullshit their boss gives them. That's what they're talking about. It's the subtext, but it's barely the subtext. It is right there for you to see.
The local ski resort in Cleveland over the weekend. They're trying to, at the ski resort, they're trying to hire high school kids to work concession stands for $20 an hour.
I love this. So his story that he tells to illustrate his point is like, when I was at the ski resort. This is just like that clip of Larry Summers when he was on a tropical island paradise saying, we need higher unemployment, bro. We need millions more people to be desperate. That's what we need. Now this guy's like, let me tell you how workers have too much power. When I was at the ski resort drinking a glass of Chardonnay, yes, yeah. When my butler walked in and he wiped my butt after I defecated. Jesus, man, you guys are such a joke.
Resort in Cleveland over the weekend. they're trying to, at the ski resort, they're trying to hire high school kids to work concession stands for $20 an hour. And they can't get high school kids to take that job. I think I was working for $5.
So, you get what he's saying? He's saying, hey man, jobs are like raising their pay because now the workers seem to have some power with, unemployment so low. So they're trying to get the workers and they're offering a lot of money and then they can't even get it in a lot of cases. Damn, bro, that sucks. I guess they got to offer $23 an hour. What a crime. How terrible is that? And now he's going to talk about, in my day, we walked 17 miles in the snow.
Get high school kids to take that job. I think I was working for $5 an hour in high school. Now, that was a long time ago.
So it's not just the wages, but it's also...
Yeah, okay, my first job, too, was for like $5.15. Yeah. And I still think workers should get paid well. It's unbelievable. So they view this as a crisis. They view this as a scandal. When you have a labor market where workers are getting, and by the way, it's not, they're overstating it. The idea that workers, oh my God, they're doing so well now, bro, it's crazy. 63% of Americans are still living paycheck to paycheck. 63%. So let's not go over the top here, but to the extent they have gotten any power back, that's good. I want them to have more power. I want what's called sectoral bargaining. That's something California actually just is on the verge of doing, at least with the fast food industry. We covered this recently, so now you have labor unions negotiate for wages, and they do it across an entire sector. So if it's like fast food workers, then all the fast food workers are going to get X amount, whatever they end up negotiating. That's how, for example, some of the Scandinavian countries, that's how they end up, the workers there are treated way better. A lot of them have sectoral bargaining. They don't even have a minimum wage because they have sectoral bargaining, and people make more than whatever any theoretical minimum wage would have been anyway. And so that would be great if we had sectoral bargaining here. Oh my God, that'd be an absolute game changer. They would look at that like an absolute crisis. But the owner can't get a third yacht. That is a tragedy and a scandal, I do say. Yes.
Saying, I want to work from home. Yeah. I don't want to come in 2 days a week. I want this. I want that.
Yeah, so we have an
Again, they're saying that like it's bad. You have these workers saying like, I want to work from home. I want to do this. I want to do that, bro. Yeah, good. How many? Okay, stop and think about your job history, okay? How many jobs did you work that you were absolutely positively miserable at and you just did it because you needed the paycheck? Most people have done it. Most of the jobs I've worked in my life, same thing. The idea that we have a situation where you have to get paid more for doing a work that you despise, based. Awesome. Great. That's tremendous. I wish it was like that for everybody. If you're going to, okay, I forget the exact number. It was something like 18% of people feel engaged at work. There was a poll that came out years ago, but the idea is only about 18% of people even like their job. So we're talking about over 80% of people in this country despise what they do the majority of their waking time. So when I look at that, I say, oh, those people, number one, should be compensated very, very well. Number two, they deserve more time off. We should have 4-day work week as the norm so they can, do things that make them happy with a lot of their time, find a hobby, be a family person, whatever it may be. And these people look at that, they think I'm crazy. They think what I just said is crazy. They think like, no, you should be under the boot of your employer and you should suck it up and you should deal with it and you should get paid bare minimum for it. And by the way, as all these people, they don't have a real job. This isn't a real job. Take it from somebody who does something adjacent to them. This is like a labor of passion, if you will. Something that like I do even if I was getting 7 viewers. You know what I mean? So sitting there cackling, babbling with your shitty, uninformed economic and political takes, and you get paid for it, and you get paid well for it, and they're like, they had to raise the wages at the ski resort. Absurd. Where's my top hat and my monocle? Wow, these people, man. So just understand, like, these guys are saying it, but this is the ideology that Fox News represents. This is Fox News, Fox Business. This is who they are. This is at the heart of everything they believe. And, from time to time, they posture like they're populist or they're pro-worker because Trump did the whole tap dance in the facade like he was going to look after them and the forgotten men and women will never be forgotten again. But no, this is at the core of it. I need you to understand that. It's super important. Take them at their word. Ever since Adpocalypse, when YouTube defunded all independent news and politics overnight, we haven't trusted them. We know they can pull the rug out from underneath us at any time. If you enjoy this content, please consider tipping $1 or $2 per month on the Secular Talk Patreon. Link in the video description box below. Thanks for your support.